Hey guys, today we're going to talk about Harley Dilly. Hey guys, Victoria Paxton here. Thanks for stopping back by my YouTube channel. Okay, you guys, like, share, and subscribe. It's free, unlike gas. Thank you, politicians. Thank you, everyone, for making our gas so damn expensive that I'll be riding a bicycle for the rest of my frickin' life. Thank you. Just kidding, guys. So today is like March 10th, I believe, Thursday, and thanks for all the well wishes. I have not felt good, started on a new medication, makes me have some side effects, and I feel like shit. So I don't want to hear any comments about my hair, my makeup, because I don't care. I tried, you guys, but I feel like shit still. So I'm trying to convince myself that I don't hurt and that I don't have these side effects, and pretending like, I can just push through it, right? Because that's what we do as women. Okay, so little Harley Dilly, you guys. This is, and when I say this is going to be a long one, this is going to be a freaking long one. So, but you have to like hear everything to understand what's going on, okay? So Harley Dilly was born on August 12th of 2005 in Fremont, Ohio. His parents were Marcus and Heather. So Harley left home on December 20th to attend his last day at school before winter break. By the way, he attended school in Port Clinton, Ohio, and he was a freshman. Harley also suffered from Asperger's, and he suffered from ADHD. So let me paint the scene. December 20th, he wakes his mom up at 6:15 in the morning. He's like, "Mom, I don't feel really good. I don't want to go to school today." And I'm sure in his childlike mind, he was thinking, it's the last day before winter break, before we celebrate Christmas and all the good stuff, and nobody's going to be doing anything anyway, right? So his mom rolls over in bed and says, quote, "Get your ass to school," close quote. Look, I'm not a perfect parent, never have been, never will be. But these parents, you guys, oh my God. Okay. The following day, December 21st, around 1 p.m., Harley's dad, Marcus Dilly, finally went to the Port Clinton Police Department to report his son missing. That's so nice of you. He's a child. Whether he's a freshman or not, he's a child. He's still a baby. Like, what the hell? So during the filing of the missing persons report, Officer Cochran asked Dilly if he believed his son was in any danger. Dilly said no, before stating that it was the length of time that he was gone. That's what was causing them to be concerned. However, during the process of making the report, Marcus mentions that Harley disappearing on a Friday wasn't abnormal and that they never reported him, as a runaway or missing person to the police ever. Really? In an interview, Heather Dilly would mention that Harley would always come back at 11 a.m. on Saturday to shower and change clothes before leaving again. Harley was last seen wearing a red puffer jacket, dark-colored sweatpants, and slip-on shoes. That's pretty random, don't you think? Slip-on shoes? Oh. Marcus informed police that Harley had autism and attention deficit hypersensitivity disorder, and that he was high-functioning and very smart. Wow, I'm impressed that the father actually said he's very smart, because it doesn't seem like these parents have anything nice to say about this poor child. So, okay, Heather Dilly also mentioned Harley's illnesses in her interview with BCI and adds that he was being assessed for oppositional defiant disorder, better known as ODD, and that he also had PTSD due to the beatings he endured as a child from his older sister. What in the actual F, bleep, 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 F? What? You're the mother. How could you allow your daughter to beat the crap out of your son? Like, what the hell is wrong with these people? When asked if Harley would know to get out of the cold, you ready for this? Here's such great parents. Marcus informed police that Harley would, because he was a baby when it came to the cold. Stupid fucking parents. Excuse my French. I'm sorry. Marcus also stated that Harley was angry at his parents after he broke his phone and they refused to buy him a new one, telling him that he must earn it. Harley is said to have loved gaming, making YouTube videos, To which he informed his subscribers one day that his mother had locked him out of the house after he informed her that he didn't want to go with her to visit her friend. He wanted to stay home and do his homework. What? What do you mean you locked him out of the house? Like, and this is on video. This is on a YouTube video, so it's true, apparently. Harley also loved singing and was a part of the school choir, which the Monday prior to his disappearance, his father attended his choir concert that he participated in. Wow, yay, the dad actually did something good for the child. Wow, look at that. It also said that Harley would drop pennies in the street for others to pick up. You guys, I read this part. It was really hard not to cry. This poor child just, he drops pennies in the street so people can find the pennies and pick them up. Like, this is a cool kid, you guys. This is a cool kid. That's all I've got to say. Like, this is a cool kid who had shitty parents. And sorry, that's my opinion. Parents, you're shitty parents. Marcus, Heather, you're shitty. Just letting you know. But that's my opinion. And I'm entitled to my opinion. Okay. After conducting the missing persons report, Officer Cochran went to the homes of Harley's friends and his ex-girlfriend to try to locate him. Officer Cochran then sent out a bolo, be on the lookout for Harley, to keep an eye out for him. After almost a month of looking for Harley, Port Clinton police received a tip to search a home on Fulton Street, which was approximately 400 meters from Harley's house. Okay, just remember that. Chief Hickman stated that he had examined the exterior of the home that was under renovation during the initial search for Harley. There were no signs of forced entry. Wait, you guys, sorry. There were no signs of forced entry, so they didn't proceed any further. At 4:10 p.m., Special Agent John Wagner, Chief Hickman, Officer Sapiti, Special Agent Ryan Imaheiser entered the home on Fulton Street. It was when they searched the second floor that they discovered Harley's upper clothing and his glasses in 2 of the bedrooms. After breaking through the wall to get to the chimney, they located Harley's body that was in a severe state of decomposition. At around 4:30 p.m., Special Agent Ryan Imaheiser contacted Special Agent Megan Roberts to inform her that Harley's body had in fact been found. However, Special Agents Megan Roberts and David Hammond, despite arriving in Port Clinton at 5:45 p.m., were not allowed to access the scene until 6:30 p.m. Special Agent Ryan Imaheiser had requested they do not enter the home and stay at the Port Clinton police station until a warrant had been issued. Excuse me. During that time, it appears that immediate parts of the scene had been tidied, as in the photos taken by arriving officers shows. One room with a blue blanket, polka dot linen, and a small white box disheveled around a black plastic bag. The photo also shows a ladder. In photos taken by law enforcement, the blue blanket and polka dot linen are seen folded on top of the black plastic bag. So these police officers and special agents literally went in there and like cleaned up. Like, you're not supposed to touch anything when it's a crime scene. Harley's puffer jacket was also moved from the floor beside the chimney. Somebody hung it up on the edge of the door. It's speculated by the BCI and Port Clinton police that Harley climbed up the antenna near the house and entered through the chimney. The inner diameters of the chimney were 9 by 13 inches. Harley is said to have been small for his age, as he was 4'9" and wore clothes size 10 to 12. The size of Harley's clothes indicates that his shoulder width would have been around 11.8 inches to 12.5 inches. While in the chimney, upon realizing he was stuck, it is claimed that Harley removed his jacket, his hooded sweatshirt, a zip-up sweatshirt, a t-shirt, sweatpants, and shoes in order to provide more room to breathe. He is then said to have pushed his clothing out of the vent that was 6.5 feet from the chimney floor. There were no cuts or scrapes on any part of Harley's body. Harley's glasses were also found outside of the chimney in a different room. The position that Harley's body was found inside of the chimney shows his elbows near his face, with his right hand near his back and his left hand near his chest. His feet were towards the floor, which gave the appearance that he was standing. His knees were also slightly bent. His head was positioned facing towards the roof. Harley's cause of death is reported to be compressed asphyxiation. The report from his autopsy also indicates that he had dried pressure indentions to his arms, left coastal margin, left side of his chest, and upper abdomen. He also had fluid buildup in the brain, dust on his body and face, but he had no dust was found in his airways. Here are the things that lead people to believe this was a cover-up. Okay, you guys ready for this? First of all, Harley was facing the opposite direction from the vent that he allegedly pushed his clothes through. Okay. Harley's upper clothes were found in a completely different room from his glasses. In reports, it says that Harley pushed his upper clothing out of the vent, yet one of the officers stated that Harley had kicked his jacket out of the vent. Harley's jacket was moved from the floor and put on the door before the investigating BCI officers arrived. Sorry, guys. Special Agent Megan Roberts and David Hammond weren't allowed to enter or go near the house for up to 45 minutes. Special Agent Roberts for 30 minutes. Okay. There were no external wounds other than pressure marks on Harley's body, despite moving around within the small space where he would have only 1.2 inches to a half an inch of movement for his arms and his shoulder. Reports indicate that Marcus Dilly signed into work at 5 a.m. on December 20th, 2019, and that it was his signature on the sheet. However, on the sign-in sheet, there isn't a sign-in time for Dilly. Using the tracking device from the waste disposal truck used by Dilly, his movements of the day were recorded. However, after leaving the Republic Services facility at 8:12 a.m., his whereabouts aren't tracked again until 9:05 a.m., which shows he went home for 6 minutes, leaving at 9:11 a.m. By driving, it takes 18 minutes to get from the Republic Services facility to the Dilly home. However, 43 minutes of time is unaccounted for. Wow. In her statement to the police, Heather Dilly reports that Harley entered her room at 6:15 a.m. to ask if he could stay home from school. She knew the exact time because she supposedly checked the clock. In an interview with Cleveland News, she is asked by the reporter if that was the last time she saw Harley. She appears to correct the reporter by saying, quote, "I didn't see him, I talked to him. There's a difference," close quote. Colleagues of Marcus Dilly said that after Harley went missing, Marcus appeared to be bragging about the helicopters that were searching for his son, and that a week after Harley's disappearance, Dilly informed them that he didn't believe Harley would be found alive. The cement on the bricks surrounding where the vent was were a lighter shade of gray compound to the cement on the other parts of the chimney. This gave the perception that the bricks surrounding the hole were removed by one being placed shortly before Harley's body was found. Most importantly, all right, this is okay, so we're done with that part. Most importantly, here's what I want to know. Who in the HE double toothpicks tipped the police off to check that house? Right? So my, brain was going crazy and I was thinking, okay, did someone happen to look out their window that morning and saw him climbing up the antenna ladder thing, and they just didn't think about, but how could you not think about it when you find out that your neighbors miss, you know what I mean? Because they would have had to live in close proximity to the Dilly's home because the boy was found right across the street. Or did Harley at some point tell one of his friends, "Oh yeah, I think I'm going to break into that house, through the chimney," and they're just afraid to come forward and say it? I mean, yeah. So the house that he was discovered in, it was like somebody's summer home and it was being remodeled. So they checked all the locks. There was no sign of a break-in, right? Okay. So I wasn't getting anything. I was getting nothing from Harley. I wasn't able to connect with him, which, with kids, a lot of times that happens. For me anyway, I wasn't able to connect with him. And I pretty much was just like, okay, I'm just going to do this video and just say I couldn't connect with him, right? But then, interestingly enough, last night, I had a dream. And it wasn't how I normally dream concerning cases. It was a bit different, okay? So I literally could see Harley down in the chimney, right? And so I was trying, in my dream, I was trying to like, you know, see everything that I was able to see and see, you know, if there was anything shady or anything. And you guys, all I could see, he was in the chimney and he was fighting. And he was trying to either get back up the chimney or down because he was having a hard time breathing. I was unfortunately seeing him struggling to breathe. Yeah. That was not a good part of the dream, you guys. I hate when I dream about people when they're trying to breathe, you know? Okay. So that was the dream I had, right? So then I must have fallen back to sleep at some point, and I saw this house, okay, that he was in the chimney, right? I know it was a house because, anyway, I know it was a house. Let me just put it that way. And I saw, and this was what was kind of strange, is I saw two boys, and they were running away from the house, right? And these kids were probably, it's so hard to tell with boys, you know, because they don't grow as fast as girls until they hit puberty all the way. But these two kids were probably 14 or 15 maybe. They ran off, they were laughing, right? So I'm thinking, I wake up from that dream and I'm thinking, why did I dream that? Because I didn't see the boys inside of the house, but I saw them running away from their house. And they were running away from like the front door. So I don't know, you guys. Because I pretty much thought, based on the first dream, that he had done it to himself, you know, accidentally. But then I saw that. So I don't know what the hell that means. I will say this, and you know, this is my opinion. Don't sue me. I don't have anything. But his parents were clearly shitty to him. Like, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. And if they see this, I'm sorry. I'm sorry to tell you, but you were shitty parents to him. You know, you think your son's, you go down to report your son missing, you think he's missing, and the entire time, if you watch the video, you can watch the video, the mom and the dad are just so shitty about this poor little boy. Like, not like, oh my God, our son's missing. Oh my God. Like, if it were my child that was missing, I'd be, I mean, you wouldn't be able to talk to me. You wouldn't be able to console me. I'd be freaking the frick out. And the entire time, the mom's all smiling and, you know, being interviewed and talking, just saying shitty stuff about her son. And so was the dad. So, my opinion, y'all suck as parents. Y'all need to go take some parenting classes or something, because you suck as parents. You suck as humans, basically. Let me just put it that way. They suck as humans. Because this kid, that was the other thing I wanted to say. This kid, Harley, was adorable. Like, he was such an adorable child, you know? And I was able to watch a couple of his little YouTube videos, and he was just an adorable, good kid, you know? So it's pathetic that he was stuck with parents like that, you know? That's just so freaking sad and pathetic. I mean, it's pathetic, y'all. So, okay, be nice, be kind, stay safe, stay healthy. All of a sudden, the media forgot about COVID. It's like, poof, COVID disappeared, COVID's all gone. But it's really not, y'all. So continue to do what you need to do to protect yourself, whether it's wearing a mask, social distancing, whatever. Take care of you and your family. And don't forget Friday Night Live, 7 p.m. 7 p.m.? 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Something like that. Sorry, y'all. I'm not feeling great. Yeah, that about does it for me. Bye, guys.